Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a little while since I've posted. I'm sorry about that. I've just been really busy wrapping up some side projects that have been going on, and those are finally getting completed, so I'm really happy about that, so I can finally make a video for you guys. So today I'm going to be talking about my experience in an H2O float tank, I think it's called, like a pod, one of those like salt pods. And I just want to talk about it because I tried to find videos that would really appeal to me before going into the tank to learn about it, and I couldn't really find anything that I liked, so I figured I'd make a video on my experience. So I did vlog a little bit, but I didn't like talk in the vlogs. It's just like footage so you guys can see what it was like. So pretty much I'm just gonna talk about everything that went down. So I went to a place called Float Toronto, and it is downtown Toronto. It's probably one of the most well-known ones over here, and it was really, really good. I loved it. In case anyone's curious, I think I paid about $60 for it, $60 to $70. I don't really remember. I bought it as a Christmas gift for someone about 1.5 years ago, and they never actually ended up using it. And right now I'm not really in contact with that person, so I figured I may as well just use it because it's been sitting for 1.5 years. So I'm like, you know what? Let me treat myself on Valentine's Day and go into a float spa. Oh yeah, I went a month ago. I went on Valentine's Day. So yeah, I think it was about $60 to $70, and it was worth the price. It was definitely worth the price. The place is really, really nice. I don't know if they're all like this, but Float Toronto is really, really nice. Very spiritual vibes. There's crystals everywhere. There's selenite, there's amethyst. They have this really delicious tea there for you. They have like a nice creative space. Everything about it is very aesthetically pleasing. I loved it. Down to the washrooms, down to the hallways, everything about that place was absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just gonna talk about my experience a bit. So pretty much you go in, you tell them your name, all that stuff, whatever you sign. Then the girl brings you into a room and she breaks down like all of the things that you need to know prior to going into the float spa. There was one thing that I wish that she told me that she didn't, which really like upset me, but it's whatever. There's actually a headrest to use. So if you go to a float spa, look around for the headrest because it's probably gonna be your best friend during the float spa, because I didn't know there was a headrest because for some reason she didn't tell me. She told me about everything else. She told me about the shampoo, but she didn't tell me about the headrest. And you just like put it behind your head so your head does not like hang down into the water, because your head is super, super heavy. And I had to put my arms up behind my head the entire time, so I couldn't like freely float my arms in the water because I had to support my head, which like took away from the experience, I feel, but it wasn't a big deal. I now know for next time. But yeah, keep an eye out for those because she didn't tell me and I wish she did. So when you get into the room, I don't know about most locations, but this location is very humid. I liked that though because the air is very like room temperature, so you don't get cold when your body's exposed to the air and like it's wet. Prior to going into the pod, you actually have to take a shower, so just like a quick rinse, soap your body up, all that stuff. I showered before I got there, but I still showered like on the spot as well, just because like courtesy, right? Like I want someone else to do this, so I'm gonna do it. So I showered and I got ready to go into the pod. You're naked. You can put a bathing suit on, I'm sure, but I think that takes away from the experience because you're putting something on your body that might be weighing you down a bit, and I just didn't want to, so I was like, let me float naked because everybody else floats naked. So that's what I did. The tank is so much bigger than I thought it would be. Oh my god, you can stand up in the tank. I'm 5'8" and I could stand up with a lot of room above my head in the tank. I always thought it was like, I thought you couldn't even sit up in it. No, you can stand. Not only that, but once you're in the actual tank, you can stretch your arms out all the way, and one arm is touching one wall and the other arm is like barely touching the other wall. My legs, same thing. I'm pretty tall for a female, and my arms could go completely above my head. I could stretch my whole body out and I still wasn't touching the walls of the pod. It was very, very spacious and roomy. And I'm claustrophobic, so I was really scared of entering a small little pod, but I had no issues with that part of it. So you get in and you're really like, you have all this room to float and move and whatever. The tank itself has 15 bags of like giant like Epsom salt. So imagine like, you know those bags, like sandbags, right? Or the bags that you use to salt your driveway in the winter if you're from fucking Canada like I am. It's like that size of a bag, but it's Epsom salt, and there's 15 of those in that little shallow thing of water. The water is like maybe this shallow. You can like put your whole foot in it, part of your ankle, and you don't feel the depth of the water when you're floating because you're floating, right? When you float, there's absolutely no resistance. Like you don't have to, you know, force yourself to float because it's actually like keeping you up, which I mean, duh, that's the whole point of it. I'm just saying like that's how it is. So in this pod, it's actually lit a little bit. It's like a light, it's like a dark purpley blue, which I really liked, very, very dark. And then there's like spa meditation music playing. So here's how I felt about this. I closed the door of the pod, I got in. So I got in and I relaxed for about 5 minutes before I wanted to turn the music off and the lights off, because I just wanted to really like get used to what was happening. So, oh, by the way, quick tip, don't have caffeine before your float because you will probably be jittery. I didn't have any caffeine, and eat like a light breakfast, by the way. Don't shave because your legs will start to burn, and cover up any cuts with petroleum jelly. They also have earbuds for you, whatever they're called, earplugs, and you can put those in so that you don't get salt water up in your ear. Anyway, sorry, I got off track there. So I went in the tank and I was scared because, again, I'm claustrophobic. So I lied down and I left the music on. I then turned the music off and I just let myself like breathe in, breathe out. I did like my own meditation in my mind as I was lying there, which was really nice because like you're just floating and it just feels like you don't have a body. So that was great. Then I decided I was ready to turn off the lights. So I turned off the lights and I nearly had a panic attack because I couldn't figure out like how much room I had around me. It felt like I was suffocating. I'm pretty claustrophobic, like I said. So when I go down water slides, I can't function. I don't do water slides that are closed because I feel like I'm in just like a never-ending, oh, this is just horrible. I don't even want to talk about it. I can't do closed water slides. The pitch black ones, can't stand them. That's how I felt in the pod, like how I feel on a water slide. It was pitch black and it was just like, I don't know what's around me. I don't know where the walls are. I just felt like, oh my God, like I'm stuck in here. I felt so stuck. And then I started to freak out and I'm like, oh my God, where's the fucking door? Where's the door? Where's the light? And I'm like panicking. My heart's racing. And it's like 12 seconds of me just like literally on the verge of a panic attack. And then I found the light and I turned it on. I was like, whew. Thank you. So if you're claustrophobic, I say turn the light off, keep your hand on the light switch for a few minutes just to see how you feel, and then let go if you're able to. But I mean, if I come back to the float tank, I probably won't turn the lights off. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was fine with the lights on because, again, very, very dim lighting. One thing I will say, this is what I wish I had during this freaking experience. I wish I had, like, I don't know if this exists, but waterproof earphones. Because I would love to listen to a guided meditation in there. Like, waterproof earphones would be fucking lit. I would love that because, like, I'm not gonna lie, I have ADD. And it is hard for me to just stay still for an hour. An hour. Like, if I'm listening to a guided meditation, I can stay still because it brings me into that trance-like meditative state, right? But when I'm just lying in water for an hour, I'm just like, oh my God, like, it was very peaceful and amazing and I loved it. Don't get me wrong. I did my breathing exercises. I did a meditation in my mind. Like, I was having a great time for about 40 minutes. And then I was just like, okay, so what now? Because I just didn't really know what to do with myself because I was like, okay, this is really cool. This is really great. Like, you feel like your body's literally non-existent. Like, you feel great. The parts of your body that are slightly exposed to the air are fine because, again, it's like warm air. So you don't even feel the difference between the water and the air. Like, it feels really good. But after 40 minutes, I was like, okay, so like, what do I do now? Like, what am so I just started like moving my arms and like floating around and like just like wiggling, and it was nice. It was still peaceful, but I just like didn't really know what to do with myself because I was like, I don't know, like, this is an hour. It's a long time. It depends on the experience that you have. I'm sure everyone's is different. Maybe I felt a certain way. Maybe I took away from my experience by keeping the lights on. Maybe that's why I was like, I just felt like I was in like a pod. Like, I felt like I was in a pod. But maybe if the lights were off, I would completely feel like disassociated from my body. Because I know some people have like hallucinations in there. I mean, they might be being dramatic because I don't see that happening. But if you had that experience, please share it below because I want to know about that. Like, how does that work? What kind of hallucination? Like, what? So yeah, it was really cool. It was great. Didn't get salt water in my face and my eyes, none of that. Like, I was fine. Again, if there's a headrest to use the headrest. If not, just keep your hands behind your head and you'll be okay. Overall experience, I would say 7 out of 10 with the headrest, probably 8.5 out of 10. I really liked it. It was great. I actually ended up getting out early. So about 45 minutes in, I'm like, you know what? Instead of just floating here, I'd rather just get ready without having to rush because you have 10 minutes to shower and change after your appointment. So I'm like, I'm not really feeling this anymore. So let me just give myself an extra 15 minutes to shower and change so I can just do it at my own pace. So I ended up just like getting out and showering, doing all that and changing, whatever. at the back of this location, they actually have like a fully stocked washroom with different types of toiletries, and they're all high quality shit. They have like face moisturizer, they have lotion, they have like Vaseline, I think. I don't know, they had everything. They had that Dyson blow dryer, you know, the $400 blow dryer, they had that. I always wanted to try it, so it was cool to try. They had everything, Q-tips, makeup wipes, stuff like that. So they had a really nicely stocked washroom with expensive things, and then they had a private washroom to use as well. And then after that, you have complimentary tea, and there's like this coloring book that people just express themselves in after their appointment, talk about what they saw, and like you just flip through and you see everybody's experiences, which was really cool. And it's just like a waiting area for you to just kind of sit with your tea and like relax after your appointment. And it was really, really nice. After that, I just like went about my day. I felt really good. I felt zen, I felt calm, and I definitely recommend it to people who are interested in it. Even if you're claustrophobic, you'll know what's right for you during your experience. So if that means keeping the lights on, it's fine. Like, don't feel like stupid for that, because at first I was like, oh my god, I'm such a little bitch, like I had to keep the lights on. But like, no, it was still a cool experience. So if you need to keep the lights on, do that. If you need to keep the music on, do that. If you have waterproof headphones, bring them, because a guided meditation again would be lit. I don't know if those exist, but yeah. So overall, I really enjoyed my experience. Shout out Float Toronto, really cool place. I'll link their Instagram down below if you guys are interested in checking them out. This is not like sponsored or anything. I liked the experience, so I figured I'd talk about it. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know. Subscribe for more content if you are new, and I guess that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.